It's official. The dam has broken. The old political order in Britain has collapsed under the weight of its own hypocrisy. And at the center of this once-in-a-century revolt stands a man the establishment dismissed, mocked, and underestimated for years, Nigel Farage. Welcome back to Britain Info. The House of Commons, once a chamber of decorum and ritual, has transformed into a battlefield of shouting matches, resignations, walkouts, and emergency lockdowns. And while Starmer hides behind press releases and legal teams, Farage is doing what no one thought possible, leading a constitutional uprising from within Parliament itself. If you're fed up with the political games tearing Britain apart, now's the time to stand up. Subscribe now and join a growing community demanding truth, accountability, and leadership that actually listens. We break the stories the mainstream won't touch, and we do it for you. This is our country. Let's take it back together. Subscribe now. This is no longer about one party gaining a few seats. This is a revolution, one triggered not by ideology, but by the collective betrayal ordinary people feel at the hands of a government that long ago stopped listening. The writing has been on the wall for months, but now the numbers are in, and they are damning. 68% of British voters no longer believe Labour represents them. Why? Because under Starmer, Labour has become the party of rules for you, loopholes for us, the party of activist causes, woke dogma, identity lectures, and open-door immigration policies. All while working, families get taxed into oblivion and crime soars in their communities. British voters were promised competence. What they got instead was chaos, cloaked in elite arrogance. Labour promised border control. But 55,000 illegal boat crossings later, Britain's southern coast looks more like a welcome mat than a sovereign frontier. Town councils can't cope. Local budgets are collapsing. Veterans are sleeping rough, while illegal arrivals are put up in hotels and handed debit cards. And Labour sits responsive. More cultural sensitivity briefings, more denial, more cowardice. People have had enough. Farage seizes the moment. Into the heart of national disillusionment and rising fury strides Nigel Farage. Not as a sideshow, not as a media personality, but as the man who just led Reform UK to a commanding 74-seat majority in Parliament, with barely over 30% of the national vote. This isn't luck. This isn't a polling anomaly. This is a political uprising. A movement forged not in think tanks or corporate boardrooms, but in pubs, union halls, council estates, delivery depots, fishing docks, and high streets across Britain. A movement that speaks with clarity, calls a crisis by its name, and, unlike the ruling class, actually listens to the people footing the national bill. As Labour MPs scrambled to cling to their seats with pre-packaged speeches and manufactured empathy, Farage stormed into Westminster and detonated the political equivalent of a depth charge, a full-blown no-confidence motion. From the dispatch box, he said aloud what millions have whispered for years. This Parliament is broken. This government is absent. This Prime Minister is a ghost. It's time to vote. And if they don't have the guts to step down, we'll gladly push them out. Westminster went into meltdown. What followed wasn't debate. It was detonation. Chaos erupted across the chamber. Labour MPs shouted over each other. Panic set in on the front benches. Walkouts, verbal clashes, total collapse of order. The Speaker slammed the gavel again and again, powerless to contain the explosion. Security had to step in as shouting turned to scuffles between opposing MPs. One Reform UK member was physically restrained after launching a folder at a Labour frontbencher who dismissed national border concerns as dog whistle hysteria. The chamber became a war zone. Veteran journalists described it as the most unhinged parliamentary session in modern British history. This wasn't just fury. This was structural failure. A rupture no reshuffle or press spin can paper over. The end of the old order had arrived, and Keir Starmer missing in action. This was today's important update. We want to make it clear that our videos do not contain any kind of misinformation. Our only goal is to deliver true and verified news to you. If you enjoyed the video, please like, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to the Britain Info channel. Thank you.